6 p.m. in Bonaberi in the Douala 4 subdivision. Same time right here in Akwa Douala. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me on this edition of the 6 p.m. primetime newscast on Equinoxe television. First, our major stories. At least 30 persons are currently hospitalized in hospitals in Dhaka and Subum localities in the Douala 3 subdivision for their participation in the birthday party. They are said to have suffered from food intoxication during the feast. The organizers of the birthday party and her children were also affected. What exactly went wrong? You'll be finding out in this news edition. Away from that, weeping, groaning, disappointment, lamentation over the place in Douala and beyond. Hundreds of billions of francs CFA swallowed by an illegal online business platform known as Sunrun. After the sudden closure of the business platform, many who had invested as much as 1 million francs CFA stormed the head office in Bonaberi, Douala to demand for their money. Those are major stories. Stay with us for details. And thank you so much for choosing Equinoxe Television. For presentation, I am Immaculate Fogwe. At least 30 children that took part in the birthday party in Subum, that is in the Douala 3 subdivision, suffered from food intoxication. After the birthday party, all those who had the event suffered from severe diarrhea and body weakness. Medics say the hygienic condition in which the food was prepared is a call for concern. Smaji Kangiro reports.
Kevin is one of the parents whose kids participated at the birthday party of a neighbor in the Subum neighborhood, Douala 3 subdivision. At the time Equinoxe television team arrived, she was on her way to a clinic with her daughter to get the test results they had earlier conducted. As I took my bath getting set for sports, my daughter complained of stomach ache. I thought it was just normal pains, so I gave her some drugs. But throughout the day, she threw up and had high temperature. Monday morning, I took her to a clinic and I was told it was worm and food intoxication. At the residence where the said birthday party took place, we met the mother of the celebrant, who wasn't in good health condition since Saturday after the occasion. I made just jollof rice, popcorn, sweets and juice. Mine started on Saturday night as I began to have running stomach and vomiting at the same time. Then my younger sister, as well as neighbors who came for the birthday, had the same attack. Till now, the woman is still not sure of what must have caused the food poisoning, as she did everything with special care. I don't know what actually happened, because even what I cooked, I washed severally. For those who have managed to be at the hospital, a catheter was on their hands, while those who haven't been to the hospital are still in very poor condition in their different houses. According to the doctor who has been taking care of those brought to him, nothing supernatural is linked to what is happening now. It originates from food intoxication. According to the lab results, we saw worms and fungi. For now, I can say things have been stabilized. I will advise parents to be vigilant in certain events, because not everyone respects hygienic conditions.
Parce qu'on ne sait pas comment les gens se comportent chez eux en matière de...
No case of death has been signaled, but again, medics have warned against dirty environments.
We stay right here in the city of Douala, where civil cam unions are currently in distress after losing their money in an online investment platform known as Sunrun. According to victims who stormed the head office in Bonaberi, the money invested was expected to yield fruits on a daily basis. Cedric CHE AZEH reports on how the Ponzi scheme has affected civil persons.
Shouts of anger and frustration. This is the cry of inhabitants in Cameroon, frustrated and angry over an enterprise known as Sunrun. Sunrun, a platform where one has to invest on solar energy and win double on their investment. But to their greatest surprise, the platform closed, leaving the people in sorrow.
He just told me about Sunrun I thought he said he had to help me out. He gave me number of one guy, so I should call. After I called the guy, so I put 180,000. The platform, the thing dropped 424,000 instead of 450. They come out 7%. They say now government have 7%.
They introduced us to the platform, so I just decided to subscribe due to the advantages that they gave. They said if you invest, I just saw about the rewards, like I can see.
In Cameroon, 45% of the population falls into the trap of these false platforms, commonly called scammers.
Total, I put 510,000. The money I was supposed to get is 1,260,something.
According to experts, they succeed in hacking individuals who love gaining easy money.
Cameroonians love easy money. We just want to be sleeping and then making money when we have not even worked for. So all of these things are scams. And this is what they call Ponzi schemes. What's a Ponzi scheme? A Ponzi scheme is a system whereby they use Mr. A's money to pay Mr. B, Mr. B's money to pay Mr. C, Mr. C to pay Mr. D. Money circulates around the system. There is no product nor service that they are offering. And I always tell people there is no business without a product or service. So when you put your money in a system where they tell you that they're going to double your money and all the like, please be careful. There is no system as such. Even the bank, which is the highest financial institution in the world, pays roughly 4% annual interest. That means at the end of the year, the money they'll pay you for the money that you saved is around 4%. So which individual will come and tell you that after a few months he's going to double your money to 100%? There is no product nor service he's selling.
To stop the propagation of these scammers, experts say the government of Cameroon has to encourage personal development in entrepreneurship.
And we'll be elaborating on how these Ponzi schemes operate in the second part of the news. Away from that, for 4 days now, inhabitants of BPCT and Bipanda Ambiance, the Douala 5 subdivision, are confronted by power outage. This has impacted economic activities adversely as businesses are now on standstill. Households also face challenges coping without electric energy supply. Equinoxe reports.
Since Saturday, inhabitants of BPCT and the Panda Ambiance neighborhoods in the Douala 5 subdivision have been without electricity. An unbearable situation as they have to battle with mosquitoes and heat. She is compelled to lit candles and burn the mosquito repeller, commonly called moon tiger. For conservation of foodstuffs, they beg relatives in quarters with electric energy supply to store them in their refrigerator.
Dans le frigo, il y allait les mettre au stade de Marion auprès du mécanicien. C'est là-bas qu'ils sont conservés.
As a housewife, she has gone back to the traditional grinding methods, use of the grinding stone, since there is no electricity to use a machine or robot mixer.
Pour écraser, j'utilise la pierre à meule parce que comme il n'y a pas d'électricité, puis peut utiliser des moulinets, rien.
Business activities are also sweating. Diana runs a snack bar restaurant in BPCT. For 3 days now, business has declined and the spot as quiet as a graveyard. When there is no electricity, customers shy away and everywhere is very quiet. She furthers that even conservation of foodstuffs is hell, often plunging them into losses as the foodstuffs get bad in the refrigerator. Even Ashley, a hairdresser, shares her ordeals.
That we are not able to work because we have problem with light. Since there is too much seats off, every day we just come, we sit like this. After then we go back.
In Bipanda Ambiance, there is a slight difference. Low voltage, as some business persons who need electricity to work complain.
On souhaite seulement que NIO peut faire tout pour nous alimenter, en voir les problèmes.
These inhabitants wish this problem be speedily addressed by officials charged with the production and distribution of electricity to enable them resume their business activities effectively and to enjoy the comforts of their homes, void of heat and mosquitoes.
Now we take you to the northwest region, precisely to the chief town Bamenda, where participants during the commemoration of the African Statistics Day have opined that for education to be supported through the modernization of the production of fit-for-purpose statistics, data should be effectively used to influence policy. This was during the commemoration of the African Statistics Day in Bamenda. We have details with our northwest correspondent, Bostela, in the following report.
Statistics are said to play a vital role in providing essential information for impactful policies, including the prevention and management of disasters.
The open data page for the Northwest is an online page who enable the user to access to the data available concerning the Northwest region. The indicators available there can enable the user to monitor development policies, even at the local level.
In the Northwest region, data collection is severely affected by the now 7 years armed conflict and the lack of modern data collection tools.
We don't have in all the administration, in all the council, trained personnel in the domain of statistics. We need, for example, to move from paper data collection tools to computerized data collection.
As Bamenda joined in the commemoration of the African Statistics Day on November 20th, the need for stakeholders and policymakers to valorize research carried out by students across institutions in Cameroon was highlighted.
If you go to Statistics University of Chang, where I'm a student, research was carried out in 2021 and 2022, where landslide was predicted with the study of stability of slopes. If universities could sign partnership with the Ministry of Public Works, such that in case immediately students come out, they use the Public Works, train them practically, and then the research that they carried out will be used by the Ministry of Public Works. If we carry out research, we should exploit the research, we should not be filing them.
In the Northwest region, it is hoped that the modernization of data systems will not only support education, but will also pave the way for sustainable development and disaster prevention in the region, even amidst the conflict.
Northwest Chief Correspondent Bo Stella reporting there. Gender-based activists and human rights defenders are calling on the government to implement the law on violence against women in Cameroon. The reaction comes as at least 67 women have been killed either by their spouses or unknown individuals since the start of the year. AC Lucilengu has more.
From June 2023 to date, Cameroon has recorded a heartbreaking increase in cases of violence against women or girls.
We remember that in 2023, we end the year with 68 cases of women who have been killed, either by their partners or either by even strangers. We also have one of the cases that really touching the population right now is the case of the young girls of 5 years of age who have been raped and assassinated where he was living.
The case of Diane Yangwo, a teacher at government bilingual high school, Dokpasi, brutally killed by her husband a year ago. A gender-based activist, Caroline Van, says domestic violence or cases of femicide have increased. What then accounts for the surge?
As we know, we are living in a patriarchal society in Cameroon where everything turns around the need of men. We also have as well the fact that when we come, for example, to marriage, we have women and girls have been raised by their parents by thinking that even if your man is violent, even if your man is unfaithful, you have to remain in that marriage even if you are not happy.
Despite ongoing instances of violence and need for legal protection, the legal system appears to be inactive. A legal mind, Barrister Remind Amugu explains what the law says.
For the court to prosecute a perpetrator, someone needs to speak up. Someone needs to give a witness testimony on oath. Victims are the main witnesses to their cases. But then, how many of them are ready to come up to court and talk about it? The draftsman has made it possible, and there are sections of the law that are there to protect citizens.
Each year, a 16 days activism campaign is launched across the country, an opportunity for gender-based activists and other human rights defenders through activities to fight against the ill. Worldwide, the 25th of November is observed as the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women.
Asa Lucilengu, and in this first part of the news, Talking Points is up next. Tonight on Talking Point, we'll be looking at the proliferation of fake online investment platforms, and I will be receiving a cybersecurity expert who equally doubles as a certified ethical hacker. He's known as Cedric CHE AZEH. It's a pleasure having you on Talking Point tonight.
Hello, good evening, and I'm so glad to be here. Thank you so much for having me. Hello to all the televiewers as well.
Cedric, people are investing money in online businesses. After some time, the business disappears with victims losing millions of francs safely, as we saw in the report done by Cedric CHE AZEH. What's happening to Cameroonians today?
You know, all of this comes into several categories of internet fraud, because you're talking about losing money online. With internet fraud, we've got just the regular internet fraud of maybe an internet scam. We've got Ponzi schemes, we've got what is called pyramid schemes, and we've also got multi-level marketing, which is coming in recently. And these are things which have been existing for centuries. It's just that since the internet is a very easy means of communication, and almost everybody now finds themselves on the internet, those who commit internet fraud or internet scams or whatever financial fraud which happens online, they just take advantage of the fact that you have gullible people coming online, and so it's very easy to target these people and to sell them the lies, which makes them lose a lot of money when they go online.
Now, Cedric, you talked about Ponzi schemes, pyramid scheme, and multi-level marketing. Can you explain to us what's the difference between these three?
Okay, so we've got the first Ponzi schemes, we've got multi-level marketing, and we've got pyramid schemes. So Ponzi schemes is very easy. So you have a friend who comes and tells you that they've got a business and they need you to invest in that business. When you invest in the business, after maybe 90 days, your money is going to double. After maybe a couple more weeks or a couple more months, your money will triple. And as time is going by, your money is going to be multiplying. So now that's a Ponzi scheme. It's a Ponzi scheme and it's fake, because what happens is that those who create these businesses, they try to target maybe, let's say I start the business today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to target, if I have a target of 1,000 people, I'll meet the first 100 people and I'll tell those first 100 people to invest. Now when the first 100 people invest, they have 90 days for their money to be doubled. Maybe they've each given 100,000 francs. At the end of those 90 days, maybe I would have moved to 200 people. I'm going to get the money that those 200 people have invested, and I'm going to pay out the first 100 people. And after a couple of months, we're going to move to 300 people. I'm going to get the money that the 300 people have invested, and I'm going to pay back those first 100 and maybe the second 100 of people. So you see that it's actually a scheme whereby those who come in, those who join a little bit later, their money is used to pay out those who joined earlier. Now this is what is called a Ponzi scheme. Now there is a pyramid scheme. The pyramid scheme works how? The pyramid scheme says someone comes to you and tells you that you got to pay some amount of money, they'll give you some product, and then you join an organization. When you join this organization, you have to recruit people to join as well. So when you recruit the next people under you, those people are going to pay a certain amount of money, and part of the money those people pay is going to be given to you. So if you start, for example, and you recruit 5 people, if those 5 people are each paying maybe 50,000 francs each, you've got 5,000 from each of those 5 people. Now, if those 5 people recruit other people under them, you still get paid, and those 5 people still get paid. So it's kind of like a pyramid. We've got a lot of them which actually exist. And then there is multi-level marketing, which actually is not internet fraud. It's actually it's very legal, and it's practiced in so many countries, and it's a very powerful means of marketing, whereby you simply say you recruit salespeople to come to your organization, and those salespeople, they go around selling your products, and those salespeople can also hire other salespeople under them. The difference between the pyramid scheme and the multi-level marketing is multi-level marketing, you don't need to pay to join the organization. The money you're making, the organization rather pays you. So you don't come and give maybe 5,000 or 50,000 to join the organization to start being a salesperson. The organization rather pays you when you sell and you make a commission. And when you bring people under you, those people don't have to pay you. Those people don't have to pay the organization. Those people under you, you're just like a sales manager, and you're actually directing those people for you and they themselves to go out and sell. So it's due to this, it's due to this marketing methodology that the pyramid scheme got born, where people now say with the pyramid scheme, you rather have to pay the organization to become a member of the organization, and then you recruit other people to become members of the same organization under you.
Now, Sunrun is the most recent case. We have had several of such cases happening over and over. But the question I want to ask you is, why are people continuing to fall prey in such? Is it that they are gullible, or they don't do research as far as this is concerned?
I think people continue to fall prey because people are not very much educated and enlightened when it comes to all of this. Because whenever someone tells you to invest in something, the first thing, and the person says your money is going to double, the first thing you need to ask the person, if you understand what an investment is. An investment means your money is going to be taken and put somewhere, and that thing is going to yield more money for you. Ask the person, what's the thing you're putting this money in which is going to yield us something? So recently we had a case, I believe in Boya, where the investor, I think it was claimed that he said he was investing it in agriculture. What you need to do is ask the investor, where are the agricultural farms? Where is the farm found? Where is the produce? Carry out your due diligence. Money is hard to make. You can't just take 200,000 and go and give to somebody because the person has said it's going to make you 400,000, and because a friend of yours has made 400,000 out of it. Ask, how does that money get doubled? And what if it's money laundering and you're participating in the crime? Because they could take your money and probably get involved in some crime for you to get paid out of it. You need to know exactly where your money is going to, how an investment works, how money gets doubled before you get into it. So this is why people are falling prey into it, because they don't take their time to understand how the money which they're putting in something gets doubled. And since they do not understand it, it's very easy to take advantage of them.
What are strategies used by these online Ponzi schemes to lure people to this particular business?
Okay, the most powerful strategy is what I can call, they've got a marketing strategy, which is first of all word of mouth and testimonials. So what happens is that the first people they recruit, they always make sure they pay those people. Now when those people get paid off, it's those people now who go and start marketing them. And if I come and talk to you as a stranger, you're not going to buy my product, you're not going to give me your money. But if your sister comes and talks to you, if your mother comes and talks to you, if your cousin comes and talks to you, you're going to probably believe them. So what they do is that the first people they recruit, they lose a lot of money. They make sure they pay those people out. So if the first people they recruit pay 200,000 each maybe to get into the Ponzi scheme, they make sure in 60 days they've given those people 400,000. When they've given that, they'll tell them that, okay, fine, if you go and bring me another person to join the organization, you have an added commission, and that person also will be making the same amount of money. So your sister comes and tells you, I actually gave them 200,000, and in 90 days I had 400,000. In 120 days I had 600,000. Those people are going to believe you. And that's how it goes. And at a certain point, it's going to reach a point where it's going to crash. Where does it crash? Because the amount of new people coming in and giving their money, if the amount of money that the new people are coming in and paying cannot pay off the old people and what they were supposed to be paying for the old people, they'll wake up now and they'll tell you something like the platform crashed, or they have been hacked, or something has happened. And before you know, it crashes, and whatever money is in, they make away with it. So it's just simple marketing which they use to lure individuals. And as a matter of fact, for you to avoid this, you just need to be intelligent. If your sister comes and tells you there is an opportunity where I put 200,000, I make 400,000, ask your sister, how do you make this money? How does the money get doubled? Where does the money go to? Do they put it in the bank and get interest? Is there something they invested in? Investments are actually simple business. They are not magical places. And every good investor knows that there are possibilities that you can invest money and lose the money. For example, if you could invest in agriculture and something happens, maybe fire breaks out and burns the farm, things happen. Maybe the insects destroy your crops, maybe you have cattle and the cattle die. A lot of things happen with investments. So there's no business in which you get in and put your money and you're 100% guaranteed that you're going to double that money at a specific amount of time. So it's just lack of knowledge that makes people to fall prey.
I'd like to know from you, have you ever been a victim, or do you know someone who has been a victim of Ponzi schemes? Can you share your experience with us?
No, I've never been a victim of Ponzi schemes. I've had a lot of people who've joined Ponzi schemes. And well, my own experience is rather from the perspective of helping people, educate people. I've had so many people who have come to me to advertise either Ponzi schemes or pyramid schemes. All right, they come and tell me that there is this organization, you just need to pay 100,000 and you join. When you join, you need to recruit other people to join. I always put them down And I ask them the simple questions like, how have you actually thought how the money is going to get doubled? And I've had several people who have fallen prey to this, and all of those who have fallen prey, they always come and say, no, this one I am joining is different from the other one. So you're going to say, someone is going to say maybe AIM Global is different from Chimol, is different from Tex Global, or whatever other Ponzi schemes existed there, because these Ponzi actors, these Ponzi authors, they come with very embellishing language, and they make it look different. So in the beginning, for example, these investments were just being carried out face-to-face directly. Now when the internet came, others went and built platforms, and on that platform you register, you see your name, you see like your stocks, in quotes, your stocks are climbing, and so you believe that it's not the same thing like the early Ponzi schemers. You think that, oh, this one is a platform, it's online, we are seeing, we log in with our internet, we see our money there, we can withdraw, and it goes to mobile money, and so you're going to think it's different. The next person who is going to come is going to embellish it in some way. And when any new technology comes, they always embed these Ponzis into the new technologies. So for example, when Bitcoin became popular, they are going to say you are investing in Bitcoin. Soon after, they'll say you are on the blockchain. After, they'll say it's a new cryptocurrency. Now AI is becoming very popular. Very soon you are going to see people who are saying that invest in a platform where AI is going to double your money. So what they do is just that they just try to embellish it to look different, but underlying it's the same thing. So from my experience, when I discuss with people, I always tell them that you need to go back, go deep and look again, try to understand it. How is the money being made? How is the money being multiplied? How is the money being doubled? And if you go deep and you study it and you look at it, at the end of the day, you're going to see that it's basically the same thing. And people just keep falling, because if they come and say invest in Bitcoin and you don't know what Bitcoin is, you don't understand what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin does not just wake up and double every day. Bitcoin falls sometimes, as a matter of fact. You can't put 5,000 in Bitcoin today and in 3 months you make 10,000. It's almost impossible. That can never happen. Go and study Bitcoin before they say invest in Bitcoin. If they come and tell you that it is some other cryptocurrency or some other coin, go and study it. If they come and tell you it's AI, just go and read a little bit about AI. Go to Google, ask, can AI double your money? Ask simple questions like that, and you'll not be able to fall prey to all of this.
Cybersecurity expert would like to know from you, is every business done online fake?
Oh, no, not at all. Majority of online businesses are very real businesses, okay? We just need to understand that the online world it should not be a scary world. It's not a place which is very scary. The online world is just like every other world. Even if you're not online, thieves will always come to you. You could be stepping out of your house and someone steals you. People will always lie to you. Someone will come and promise you that maybe if you follow him, you give him this amount of money, or maybe he has lost some amount of money, you need to lend him some money so that he comes and gives you back more with interest. It happens everywhere. It's just that, like I explained in the beginning, the online world facilitates communication, and due to this facilitation of communication, it's very easy now for these fraudsters to go online and communicate with people. And in addition to that, when you meet someone, it's difficult to meet people physically and convince them, especially gullible people. So by gullible people, hope it's not abusive, but if you meet most old people who are not very used to technology, they are on WhatsApp, they are on Facebook, they are on Instagram. It's easy to send those people a link, and you fool them that click on this link, you're going to receive 5 gigabytes of internet, and when you go there, they take you through several questions and say, okay, fine, to receive that 5 gigabytes of internet, you must pay this amount of money. All of that, for people who are not very used to technology or who are very gullible, is going to be easy. So the online world is just like every other world. It's a great place to grow business. It's a great place to communicate, to chat, to socialize, to do financial transactions, to even meet your pastors or whatever it is we do offline. You can do it online. And so thieves as well, since they exist online, it's very easy for them to come on offline. They exist offline. It's very easy for them to come online and fool us as well. There's really no big difference.
Cedric CHE AZEH, cybersecurity expert and certified ethical hacker. Due to time constraints, won't be able to continue with our interview. And that's what puts an end to today's edition of the 6 p.m. primetime newscast on Equinoxe Television. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your keen attention. Stay in the company of our program Equinoxe. So I will search Alan Otu and his guest. Have a wonderful evening. See you tomorrow, same time, God willing. Bye-bye for now.